the soil as a resource. Soil is a very important natural renewable resource. Renewable resource now you all know that it can refill and replenish, um, and you know where the soil come from. Yes, rock. Water flows on the rock, and it break down the rock and into small pieces. Then still more small. You can see that the alluvial soil formation. The alluvial soil formation, the river flows on the mountain, and it break down the rock, and it break down small, then small, then the fine is silt before the soil. The formation is called silt. Like it could be like a little bigger than the soil. Then you find finally you get the fine texture, small. So that's for agriculture. So like the soil formation is not only one way. Like a different rock and have different formation of soil also. Decomposition of surface rock and thermal contrast, like when the rock get heated it expand, when it get cooler, then it shrunk. So like from there the soil formation also happen. So the many types the soil formation happens, and what are the importance of that? The soil is important and is supporting the many lives, plant life and small creatures, living creatures like earthworm and other things are living in the soil, and it supports that life. And now we see classification of soils. Classification of soil again, how the soil formation happens. Like a parent rock, like whether it's come from the sedimentary rock we get alluvial soil, and igneous metamorphic rock we get like a black soil. So different rock we get different soil. So and the color like a red and yellow and black soil is there. Thickness, if you see the black soil is bigger than the red and yellow soil. And texture, like age, like when it formed. You should understand that 1 centimeter of soil take millions years to form. So like the age also considered, and the chemical and the physical properties of the soil. Okay, next. And the soil can be divided, classified into 6 soil types. The first soil type is alluvial soils. Alluvial soil, which I already told you, which is come from the sedimentary rock. The sedimentary rock is not only sedimentary rock, is a river flows and bring the soil to the river bank. Like you know like Gowri river which flowing here, and Godavari, Krishna. So these rivers flows and bring all the soil to the bank, which is very good for cultivation, which has more minerals in that, which you can grow many paddy, wheat, others. So which is very important. And you all know like the perennial river, you read in ninth, perennial rivers which flows in the Himalaya, the 3 major rivers, Ganga, Brahmaputra and Indus, which bring the alluvial soil into the northern plain. And the northern plain is always rich, fertile land, which can grow anything like sugar can be, rice, oil seeds, many things it can be. So we see that first alluvial soil. The entire northern plains are made of alluvial soil. Also found in the eastern coastal plains. I told you like Mahanadi, Krishna, Godavari, Kaveri, which river flows and bring the alluvial soil in the coastal area. Like from Orissa, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, you can see the alluvial soil in the coastal area. Tanjavur Delta, So there the alluvial soil more and is a fertile land. And next is a fit for agriculture purpose. Regions of alluvial soils are intensely cultivated and densely populated. Like you all know, like the cultivation where the production more happens, the population is more there. Northern plains, you see like a river flows, which is good for agriculture. The people are more in the village and cultivating. Other side, river, the industry also need river water, so many industries flourish there and the people work there. So the population is more in the river side, the alluvial soil side. And the alluvial soil is more potash, phosphoric acid and lime, which is good for growing sugarcane, paddy, wheat and other cereal and pulse crops. Okay, and it has next. I didn't tell you the alluvial soil. It has two major things: bongar and gather. Bongar is a old alluvial soil. Gather is a new alluvial soil. Okay, next. Black soil. Black soil, which is again I told you, is igneous metaphorical lava, which is more found in the Maharashtra, Telangana, northern part of Karnataka, this region. Black soil in color are also known as rigor soil, which is good for cotton growing. Cotton soil, black soil is good for cotton growing, so it's called rigor soil. The ideal for growing cotton is also known as a black cotton soil, found in plateaus of Maharashtra, Saurashtra. Saurashtra is the southern part of Gujarat. Southern part of Gujarat is called Saurashtra, and Malwa Plateau. Malwa Plateau is part of Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat and Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh also, and Godavari and Krishna Valley. Like I told you, the part of upper part of Karnataka and Telangana have black soil, and which is they're growing cotton. It's made up of extremely fine clay material. Like it's a very hard substance. It's the moisture, like water. If you throw water on the soil, it catches for a very long time. Once that water get dried, the soil is very hard to break. So well known for their capacity to hold the moisture, the water, and rich in calcium carbonate, magnesium, potash and lime. It's very important. You have to when you are reading the soil, you make the I will give you the flow chart of the soil with this. You can see there like what soil and the soil formation and uses of soil, what are it can grow, and what are the properties like calcium carbonate, magnesium, potash. So these are the things you have to read with each soil. It's an important 5-mark question also. Black soil, alluvial soil, repeated questions. Next, red and yellow soils. Red and yellow soil you can see like Tamil Nadu and part of Andhra and southern part of Karnataka and Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand. Here are red and yellow soil, which formed because of low rainfall. So first point, the found in the areas of low rainfall in the eastern and southern parts of the Deccan Plateau. Also found in parts of which are the state? Odisha, Chhattisgarh, southern parts of Gangetic Plain and Pediment region. Pediment region is the lower part of the mountain region, like foothills of region where like the water flows. It's a dry massy land, mud land. Pediment zone of Western Ghats. It developed the reddish color due to the diffusion of iron. It has more iron content, so when it has the iron, it look like a red, and once the iron dehydrated, it look like a yellow in color. It's formed in the crystalline and metamorphic rock. Next, which found in the mostly in the Western Ghats, and due to the high temperature and the high rainfall, the water flows on the rock and bring the laterite soil. Is found in Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Madhya Pradesh, and hilly areas of Odisha and Assam. Is suitable for cultivation. It's not really good soil to cultivate, but with biochemicals, fertilizers, we can treat the soil and we can use it for agriculture, which most use for like plantation crops like tea, coffee. You can see in the Western Ghats, Kerala and Karnataka, which is tea, coffee and rubber are growing much here. It low humus content because it has a very oxygen level is low, so the small living things cannot live in the soil. So low humus content because of decomposers like bacteria get destroyed due to high temperature. Next, arid soil. Arid soil you find mostly in the desert soil. Desert soil is a arid soil. It's found in the western parts of Rajasthan. This not good for agriculture, irrigations, because the soil is not really cultivable, and the Rajasthan, which is a very dry area, low rainfall. But today, like we made it possible by more irrigation, and we cultivating in Rajasthan also. Lacks of humus, moisture content in the dry climate, high temperature make evaporation faster, and salt content is very high. Like the desert soil has salt content more, and it's easily the water easily get evaporated. Okay, next is forest soil. Last, forest soil is in the hilly and mountainous areas where in Himalayas you can see found forest soil, and northeastern India, Meghalaya, Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Mizoram, all you can see forest soil. I told you before the alluvial soil you see like a loomy and silty. The alluvial soil is a fine texture. It good for agriculture, but before the alluvial soil formation is loomy and silty. It's like a bigger. Is between the rock and the fine soil. So the soil is little bigger. So you cannot have agricultural cultivation, but you can grow plants. Okay, next. You can see the map. The different soil formation here. In Jammu and Kashmir, Uttarakhand, you can see forest and mountain soil, and same time you can see Sikkim and Arunachal Pradesh. You can see the mountain soil, and black soil you can see the southern part of Gujarat, Saurashtra, and Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, part of Karnataka and Telangana. You can see black soil. And you can see the alluvial soil in the northern plains from Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, and part of West Bengal, and Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu. You can see the alluvial soil formation. And red and alluvial soil you can see inside of Tamil Nadu and Karnataka, Kerala, and Andhra Pradesh. And laterite soil you can see only in the side of Karnataka and Kerala. And arid soil obviously in Rajasthan. Now we see the soil erosion. What is soil erosion? The denudation of soil cover subsequently washing away is called soil erosion. Like the soil moving or eroding or washing away from one place is called soil erosion. You can say the wind blowing and taking the soil from one place to another place also is called soil erosion. There are three types of soil erosion: gully erosion, wind erosion, and seat erosion. We will see all three how it works. The gully erosion, the running water cuts through the clay soil and make deep channels as gullies. like water flows and it cut through the land deep, and that land which you cannot use for any cultivation is became wasteland. The Chambal basin is called ravines. Like you can see this kind of gully erosion more in the Chambal basin, which in part of Madhya Pradesh. Seat erosion, you can see the seat erosion pictures here. The topsoil is washing away is called seat erosion. When you are blowing in the wrong side, you find the seat erosion, or like wind blowing, or sometimes the water flowing on the soil and washing away also form the seat erosion. And last one is wind erosion. You can see the desert, the wind moves the soil from one location to another location, and you can see the picture here, this wind erosion. So how we can stop the soil erosion and the soil conservation? There are majorly 5 ways you can stop the soil erosion and conserve the soil. First one is afforestation. Like if we are cutting the tree is called deforestation. We planting more tree and make more forest. Afforestation and strip cropping. Like we should not plant one crop at one place. We have to plant the crops between other variety of crops in between. It's called strip cropping. And we cannot cultivate the one crop same time in the same soil. If 3 months we cultivated one crop, then we have to move to other kind of crop, and so we can rotate the crop. And planting shelter beds, like planting the trees in the same line, so it can stop the soil erosion. And in hilly areas you can see terrace forming and contour plowing. Terrace forming is like you are altering the mountain, and step by step to cultivate the crops. Contour plowing is natural, like it's already there, like step by step you are not altering anything, but you are planting. Contour plowing and terrace forming, this is very important 5 mark question. Strip cropping, afforestation, crop rotation, planting shelter belts, contour plowing and terrace forming. Okay, here I finished the lesson. Resource and development is over. Here what are the very important questions are how the land degradation happen, and how to conserve the land degradation, and soil erosion, the 3 types of soil erosion, and soil conservation. These 4 questions are very important. I marked everything in the red color. Please, those are very key words, very important. You should write in the exams. Thanks.